All right, guys, welcome back to episode number 23 of the Totally Worth It podcast. My name's Kendall.
And I'm Haley.
And we are your hosts. Hello, dear.
What's up?
We have made it to episode number 23.
Yeah.
Wild stuff.
Very wild.
Sound riveting.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just been in a funk today.
Yeah. It's been a wild week.
Yeah. I think I'm just done.
We're at the end of it now.
That's actually the beginning, but
Well, the beginning of your week, the end of the fun part of the week.
yeah.
So we
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to me. For the longest time since probably November, maybe before then. I have not been afforded the opportunity to take a vacation day at work.
Yeah.
And so I've been saving all my vacation days, and finally, in the month of June, I was able to take a vacation day this week, which gave me 4 days in a row off. And it was fabulous.
Yeah. It was nice. But I feel like it wasn't even 4 days.
Yeah, it did definitely.
I feel like it was like your 2 day.
The longer I have off, the shorter it feels. I don't know if that makes sense for anyone out there, but it makes you dread going back more too. So I had 4 days off. I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today, Sunday off, and it was magical. And I took Thursday off because was Thursday Joe's birthday?
Yes.
Yes, I took her birthday off. So we had Joanna's birthday on Thursday, where we did what? Did we do anything on Thursday?
I mean, we took her to lunch. She got her nails done.
We took her to Outback. Yeah, we took her to Outback. She got her nails done. It was lit.
Yeah.
She sat up in the cute pink
princess chair,
and Jessica did her nails, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And then on Friday,
we had our birthday.
We had her birthday party, and boy, was that a time.
It was fun though. It was just so hot.
It was so hot.
It was like that was the hottest day of
It was
the year.
blistering hot out there.
Yeah.
But it was surprisingly, not surprisingly as if I expected it to go bad, but like it just went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Like everything just flowed. It was.
Well, we just did it this year to where we didn't have to do a lot.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that part.
Yeah.
we
got to actually enjoy it.
Yeah, like we rented an inflatable with a big slide on it with water and stuff. It was really cool. I got to like get my bathing suit on and go down it with Joe and stuff. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We had pizza. And
I think that was the key because last year you grilled all this food.
Yeah.
And it just took the whole day.
Yeah. It's aggravating doing that for something. But it gave us the opportunity this year. And we had it at our house. Mm-hmm. And we've got a pretty good bit of land. So it was just nice to have everybody there at our house so that when it was all over, everybody can just leave and we can go inside.
Yeah. I think if it wouldn't have been like 101 degrees is what it felt like.
Yeah.
At 6:00 in the evening.
Yeah.
That would have been like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Because it was just miserably hot. There was no wind.
And we even had
no shade.
We even had like some big tents and stuff out there for people to sit under.
It was
still like sitting in a sauna.
Yeah.
It was rough. But everybody pushed through it, and all the kids had a blast because we had a pool and inflatable, and the kids were going nuts, and it was mermaid themed, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Was it not?
I mean, yeah, it was just like under the sea, but mainly mermaids.
Excuse me. Under the sea.
Stop. It was
why don't you explain the thing
under
then?
the sea, Joanna's 3.
Under the sea, Joanna's 3.
Yeah. So it was like it was mermaids, but it was starfish and seahorses and whatever. But the main thing for her is mermaids.
It was a mermaid thing, guys.
Okay, whatever.
So you had cupcakes made and all sorts of other mermaidish under the sea themed items.
Yeah, my friend Nikki, she owns Nikki's Creations with a Z. And it's like her side business, and she is so good at it.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
If anybody needs cupcakes, desserts, anything catered like that, she's your girl.
Absolutely.
Like, she hits the nail on the head every time.
Those cupcakes were hitting.
She did cupcakes, chocolate dipped Rice Krispie treats, like homemade Rice Krispie treats.
Oh yeah.
And she did like this chocolate drizzled popcorn.
Yeah.
As a party favor, and she did like a thing like little baby marshmallows for like kids that couldn't have popcorn.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know I've seen people leave them with big handfuls of stuff.
Yeah.
They had like little cones of it made. Mm-hmm. That was cool.
It was cute. It looked like a mermaid tail.
Yeah. Here's a question though. The things that were on the cupcakes, were those chocolate? Like the big mermaid tails? Mm-hmm. Because I didn't really know, so I just kind of pulled it off.
She just had molds.
Oh, I just pulled it off and set it to the side because I didn't know.
No, because Mom thought they were just like they were still candied.
Yeah.
But Mom went to like take it off, and because they had been outside, it just like melted in her hand because it was chocolate.
And I got to test my jalapeno dip out on some people. Yeah. So that was nice. I made some jalapeno ranch, and it was awesome.
Yeah. He thinks it's the next best thing.
It is the best. It is it's not the next best thing. It is the best thing.
Okay.
So if you come to our house, whoever you are, you want to try it, I got it. It's actually probably about almost time for me to throw the rest of it out. But that dip is good. And you just made me yawn.
It's gonna be so bad. I'm so tired.
That's okay. This one's not actually gonna last a long time. Because as you can see by my shirt, I'm covered in black and grease and grime and grit.
Why don't you tell everybody what you wanted to do for Father's Day?
We're talking about her party and then Father's Day. Yeah. So here's the deal. So I get it, like Father's Day. I get it. Everybody wants, like, take your dad out to eat or do something, get him something or do something for him. And you guys did. You did a great job. I should have got my thing to show it on here, but they got me a cutting board with our family name on it with like a logo, established 2020. It was cool. And I really like that. Shout out to Zach and
Joanna's
Ansley.
Name on the back that she wrote.
She like wrote her name on the back, and they burned it into the cutting board. It's super cool. Shout out to Zach and Ansley for that. Yeah. And my sneaky little wife. Mm-hmm. Because you're always a good gift giver.
I try to be.
But anyway, she asked me what I wanted to do, and in this stage of life where Joe is, and I mean, honestly, since she's been born until now and still in counting, there's not a lot of times that you or I get to just do something alone.
Yeah.
Other than like cut grass or something, but that's like, you can't help but do that alone.
Yeah.
And so she asked me what I wanted to do, and we're not rich, and I didn't want to go stand in a long line somewhere. So I said, hey, why don't you let me go get a steak at the grocery store, and I will come home on Sunday, and Sunday evening I will sit outside, and all I want is an hour and a half to 2 hours for me to go outside and clean my grills, because they were kind of gross because I've cooked a bunch of stuff on them recently, and they had a lot of buildup and stuff on them, and I just wanted to spend some quality time with my grills. And she thought that was a little absurd, but gave me what I wanted.
I didn't think it was absurd.
So that's what all this grease and grime is on my shirt.
Yeah.
I spent some time
shower.
cleaning my grills tonight. But that's what I wanted for Father's Day. I didn't want anything extravagant.
Yeah.
It was a good time though. Joe, we still have the inflatable. And so y'all got in it, and you actually went down the slide and stuff in it. How was that?
It was fun.
That's cool. Did you have trouble getting up the ladder?
No.
Because boy, I did.
No, when I got to the top though, and I put my knee down because right at the top wasn't wet, so it stuck. So I was I felt like my skin was stuck to it trying to get turned to go down. But other than that, no.
Yeah, I went down it with Joe during her birthday party, and that was fun. There was like 18 kids in there, and I was like shoving them out of the way so I could get up to the top and try and get Joe up there. And she finally went down with me, and then she said she didn't want to do that anymore.
So, I know. She would not go down it with me today.
It took me a while to get her to go down it. But that was fun. And when you get to the bottom, it like splashes water up. It's pretty fun. So yeah, today was Father's Day, and I pretty much chilled out all day. We went to church this morning.
Yeah.
And we didn't have church this evening. But yeah, it was a good day. I enjoyed my Father's Day. Got to cook a steak and relax outside.
I could not stop.
My parents actually brought some chairs to the party, and they dropped off like 4 or 5 Adirondack chairs. Mm-hmm. And I forgot how much I enjoy sitting in those chairs.
Yeah, they're nice. I've been asking for some for forever.
I just chilled out this evening by myself at the grills and had a good old time. I actually would listen to some throwback music. One of those bands I grew up with called Reliant K. Some people out there might know who that is. I just went back and listened to like every one of their songs today, and it was a nice trip down memory lane.
Yeah, you were jamming out there.
I was. Yeah, and then we cleaned the yard up a little bit, and then we're back to normal.
Yeah.
And we got our dog back.
Yeah.
For now, we got our dog back.
Just drop it.
What else?
I mean, I don't know.
Just kind of flew through that. Can we take a moment and talk about, so today at church, first off, I would like to say I appreciate you for the things that you do for me.
Okay.
And this morning, normally in the mornings, Haley is the one who rushes us all to get ready. And there's a purpose behind it so that we can get to church on time. And our Sunday school class is at 9:45, right? So this morning, and normally if I'm running behind or something, she's not yelling at me, but it's not, hey dear, come on.
No. I hate being late, so
but this morning I told her that I wanted to get coffee, and she didn't say anything. She went with it, and
all I said was, well, if you want coffee, you should have been in the shower 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's true. You did say that, but it was nice. And I drove the car, and we went, and I got coffee, and we were late as all get out to church, but you didn't say a word about it.
I didn't, but my blood was boiling the whole
and
time.
I appreciate that.
I hate being late.
It was Father's Day, and I got coffee, and I explained it to Vince, and he was like, it's okay, buddy. Don't worry. It's fine. Yeah. You made it.
Made it for the...
But when we got to church, when we got in the service, the pastor Trent, he preached on the beginning of the book of Ruth. Elimelech is a whole ordeal. He basically preached a sermon on fathers, and obviously because of Father's Day. But I just didn't realize how much that Trent's preaching gets me fired up. Yeah. And we started talking about dads and using the it was just a really good message. It was all intertwined and interwoven, and you could tell that he really studied for that. And when he was making the comparisons to fathers in the home now, and Elimelech making bad decisions and to leave where God had told him to be, and how even in that situation, down the road, God already had a plan and a provision ready for Ruth, and it was just a cool story. But he was on it, and he got me fired up, and I was having a good time. And I forgot my Bible today. So I had to read yours, and it was different.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed that sermon this morning. Can you listen? You can listen to them online, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if anyone wants to listen to that sermon, I highly recommend it. It was very good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I want to go forward and read some of the reread through the book of Ruth. It's very short.
Yeah.
But it's a cool story.
You know what? Like the number one thing that stood out to me in the whole sermon.
What's that?
Was when he said, if your child turns out to be just like you spiritually, would you be okay with that?
Oh yeah, that was tough.
I was like, that's a good one. And
like,
then he was like, if your child grows up and goes to church just as much as you do, can you live with that?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good one.
Never thought about it that way.
He was stepping on some toes with that one.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was just an all around good morning. And then I also, this sounds bad, but I don't care. I forgot how much I enjoy Sunday evenings.
Yeah.
And I know I love going to church, but like today, they gave us Sunday evening off so we could, spend time with our families and stuff. And I just forgot how like relaxing a Sunday evening is.
Yeah. Sundays are just so hectic. There's just so much going on.
Because church is at, we got to be there at 9:45, and then we get out at 12:30, and then especially if we go eat somewhere or at mom's and them or something, we're not getting back till 2, and then you got to be back at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So there's really no time for you to do anything. But today we just had like the whole evening, so nothing felt rushed. It was nice. But yeah, it was a good day. I enjoyed my Father's Day.
Good. I'm glad.
So thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't do anything, but
well, you were here.
Oh yeah.
And also when I was sitting out there, I was cleaning my grills. I was like, because all the time I think to myself, if I could just have like 2 hours outside, I would be.
Well, you got it.
Like I would be just, it would be awesome. And then when I get there, like 45 minutes in, I'm sitting by myself outside, and I'm like, hey, where's everybody at?
Yeah.
It's kind of quiet out here. And then y'all came out and started playing and stuff, so that was cool.
Yeah. Reunited
once again. The alone time's not as fun or valuable as you think it is.
I know. I think that's why I don't like it. Like I don't know. I don't really care.
You don't like being alone ever.
No. Like if I want to be alone, all I need is to take a good shower and then I'm good.
Yeah. I think that time frame's probably better for me. Cuz I spend a lot of time alone at work, and I'm working, but still. Can we talk for a second about how you have never been out to eat by yourself?
Okay. I feel like that's way more of a thing than you think.
If there's anyone out there listening, you
are not going to catch Haley walking into a restaurant, ordering food, sitting down and eating by herself. I would rather not. I'm just not going to eat at that point, or I'll eat in my car.
Absurd.
And just sitting in. Well, and I also think it's different for women.
Yeah, for sure. Because I love going in to eat places by myself.
I'll be mortified.
I love it.
I will not do it.
I will so do it. Especially places that are like dimly lit. I know that's weird. What? But like we were in Outback this weekend. Like a place like that is so nice to just like get that. That's a good alone time.
But see, if I'm going out to eat, I'm going to socialize with somebody or a group of people or my family.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and eat a meal and sit in silence. That is so sad.
No.
I
like to go and people watch.
No.
Yeah.
I like to people watch, but if you're by yourself, it's too obvious. You got to have other people with you, so then you can people watch and nobody suspects it.
Yeah.
I people watch all the time, but you can't be sitting by yourself. Then you're a creep.
Not always.
Yeah. Unless you're like an old man eating breakfast, drinking his coffee by himself, and then if I see him, I have to pay for his food.
That is so funny.
I've done that several times.
I know.
I'll be like,
remember that guy, the old guy's food we paid for at the the
200.
Yeah, the 200 place. He always liked talking to Joe.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week, I'm sorry if there was nothing riveting in this podcast, but we just kind of wanted to.
I don't know why you had to bring that up.
I'm just saying, it's just like normal life stuff.
Yeah, but like, I think that it's more people would agree that they're not going to go sit in a restaurant by themselves.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I like it. I must be weird then, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, you also went to you go to the movie. Well, you don't anymore, but you used to go to the movies by yourselves.
Oh, like every other night.
For sure not doing that.
I had a membership thing with Regal Cinemas. When I was alone and single, I would go like every other night and watch a movie. Every night I was off, I would go watch a movie. Or I'd go watch 2 movies in a row. And just...
That's so strange.
Binge on popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. So. I was like diamond status on the little scale they had.
I know, because I think when we first started dating, we went to see a movie and like my ticket was free because you had so many points.
Yeah. I had so many points.
I remember that.
You're like, whoa, this guy's a nerd. But anyway, yeah, so we've had a good bit going on this weekend, and but we're kind of getting back to normal. We're kind of getting in a groove, getting prepared for vacation.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. It's only a few weeks away. I cannot wait.
And I guess that'll be... Are we going to double up recording one week, or...
I think we're going to take vacation week off.
Sounds great.
I think we're going to do that. But before that, I would like to, and I don't really want to say it, but I'll say it anyway. I would like to have that guest on before then. Because I think that's going to be a really good episode. I'm not going to say that it's going to be this coming week because I don't know. But it will be very soon, and I hope before vacation. I think people are going to enjoy that. It's going to be a good time. But we're getting it lined up and worked out scheduling wise.
There's so many people that say that they want to do that.
What?
To be a guest. I think it's so funny.
It's actually very odd at how many people are like legit talk about. Well, I'm not even the guest thing, but just like talk about the podcast. It's so weird. Like,
oh my gosh, like when people in church.
Yeah, people in church like put their hand on your shoulder
and they're like, "I listen to y'all's podcast." And I'm like, "Oh."
What do you say back to that? You know,
like, "Thank you."
But it's not even like someone saying a compliment. They just say, "Hey,
I heard y'all.
I listen to your podcast." Okay. Thank you. I guess
I just don't know how to respond.
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to it either.
Because I feel so uncomfortable. Because
then you feel like you feel violated.
So I'm like, somebody, wait, what did I say?
Yeah.
But I know, like, I'm not saying anything that I wouldn't want people to hear. But you just think about it, like, there's all kinds of people that are hearing this, and then you don't remember what you said.
Yeah. And then I've had people say, people that I know, like, don't listen to it, but maybe have listened to a couple. People will be like, "How's the podcast going?"
I mean, it's still
it's
mean.
Going.
It's there.
It's still going. It's going. I thought it was cute though that in my little post you made about Father's Day for me, when you included all the like different things I do, you said podcast host.
Yeah.
That was cute.
You got a lot of hats.
A lot of hats on my big head. Mm-hmm. So last week I talked about the thing from Job. I still haven't necessarily gotten an answer from anyone yet.
Yeah.
But I'm still searching for that one. But this week, Haley has our Bible thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn it over to you, dear.
Okay. So.
Hit us with your best shot.
Let's see. I was reading something else, and then I saw something on Facebook and I read it and was like, "Oh, I like that." So then I went to that instead.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save the other one for like another week. But I just felt like this is really good, and it's not like something like you didn't know before.
Yeah.
But it's just the way these people wrote it out. It just sounded good. So, okay, so you know the story of Daniel.
Yep. Daniel Lion's Den, kind of Daniel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So him and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they wouldn't bow down to the king. He said he was going to throw them in the fire. They did, and then the fourth man was there, and they were like, "Who was that?"
Yeah.
Okay. So it says,
if you don't know that story, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, you go read it.
Go read it.
Daniel.
It's in the book of Daniel.
It says these men won't lose faith. They won't deny God. They won't bow down and worship other gods or statues. They won't waver even in the face of death. And then they said this line, and I was like, ooh, that kind of. It says they are perfectly content with whatever outcome happens. If God saves them and rescues them from the blazing furnace that the king wants to throw them in, then that's fine. But even if he doesn't, that's fine too. And it says, so the king does throw the 3 men into the fire. Then the king is shocked to see 4 men walking around in the flames. And the thing is like, they were so strong in their faith that they 100% believed that God was going to like show up and rescue them. But they also believed so much in their faith that they knew if God doesn't come and save them and they do burn up in this, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times we talk about, oh, I got faith in Jesus, like, but we say it, but do we mean it kind of deal?
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of what Vince has been talking about since we started that new book, that Not a Fan, about like making a decision but a commitment.
Yeah.
And so it says, but even if he doesn't, and then it says like saved your loved one, fix your marriage, solve your problems, financially bless you, keep a roof over your head, give you children, heal you, make your depression or anxiety go away. Like we trust in him that he's going to do all these things, but what if he never does a single one of them?
Yeah.
Like, are you still like that strong?
Yeah, that's tough because
because it says they said you are not abandoned, you are not unloved, you are not unworthy, you're not being punished, you are not forgotten. But even if he doesn't rescue us from whatever blazing furnace we're thrown into, whatever flames we're walking through right now, whatever life has beat us down with, whatever devastating situation we're in, Jesus is in the fire with us, no matter how bad it burns, how bad it hurts, how scary it is, how broken we feel, we are never alone. And I don't know, when I just read that line that said they are perfectly content with whatever outcome happens.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that, I don't know, it means, I don't know, to me, it was loud.
You know what I think of when you mentioned that?
What?
2 things. One, I was out there cleaning the Blackstone today, and I have this like little method where I like fold up paper towels really tight and then clamp them down with tongs. Then I put the oil on the Blackstone and then kind of paint it on with that so that it doesn't like burn my hand or anything.
Yeah.
But I had the Blackstone on like maximum and it was hot. And every time I get close to the edges, the heat was like coming out from up under the side and it was like real hot. So every time I got close to it, it was like almost burning me. And then just you talking about that with them in the fiery furnace, I was like, I would have never made it.
Yeah, well, it's like, people joke all the time, and even I say it, like, I'm not meant for hell because I can't handle the heat. Like, if it is over 75 degrees, I'm sweating, and I don't want to be there. Like,
yeah,
I'll never make it in hell, you know?
Yeah. And then the other thing is, for example, the situation the other week, and I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but when there was something coming out. It was a big bill purchase or something, and there wasn't quite enough to cover it after all our other stuff had been paid and whatnot. Because we're single income family, so that's the norm. But anyway, and once again, God showed up, and a random check for whatever, something
was in the mailbox. It happens every single time.
But what you were saying about even if things don't, because I'm like real, gung ho. Let's trust God, and He's gonna come through. And when that check gets here, we'll praise Him and thank Him for it. But like I never ever think about what if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Am I still gonna be this hyped, or I just like try to turn that side of me off.
Yeah.
But like Daniel and them, they were within both sides of that.
Yeah. Well, I also know that I feel like different people there's gonna be certain situations for people that are easier to like have that much faith.
Yeah.
And like what Vince said it last week and this week, and I think Marley actually said it first, but out of everybody that we know, like God has a perfect track record. He's never left. He's never betrayed us. He's never hurt our feelings. But yet we trust Him least. Like I trust you, like you're my husband and I trust you, but like you're not perfect.
Yeah.
And
facts.
Like you've done things that have made me mad or hurt me or whatever. Yeah. But like I still, it's like stop. But if you think about it, the first person that we run to is our spouse.
Yeah.
Because we feel like they're our person.
Yeah.
But really, like, why don't we put that much trust in Him?
Like the first person you think of is to run. Like anytime I have something, the first thing I do is the first thing you do is call me and tell me about it.
Yeah.
And I think of calling you and telling you about it, but you actually call me and tell me about it.
Okay. But
it's our ritual.
I think certain people handle like different types of things different ways. Like the whole like financial thing. Mm-hmm. I do not worry about it.
Yeah. Like, I totally am not that way, and I do worry about it.
And that's like, but there's other things that like I truly worry about that you don't even sweat.
Money is like one of the only things in life that I worry about.
Yeah. And you would think that would be what I worry about. And I mean, yeah, obviously you always worry, but like, I don't know, even if like we're cutting it close by the end of 2 weeks or whatever, I'm just like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. Like if we need food, I'm getting the food, whether I get the groceries and then be like, well, there's not enough in there now. I do not worry about it because something always happens.
It does. It always happens.
So I'm just like, God's going to provide.
Yeah.
And God He does every time. Yep. But even if He didn't, it would still be fine.
Even if He didn't, He gave us a place called Aldi.
Yeah. Aldi is lit, y'all. We would not make it without Aldi. We wouldn't make it
without Aldi. That's awesome. But yeah, no, I like that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Every time you were reading that, talking about that fiery furnace, I felt I was just like daydreaming about how that was like burning my arm on the side of that grill.
Well, when I read the thing and it was saying, they were okay with all these things happening, but they were also okay if none of them do. And like it was in quotations, and it said, even if He doesn't. And it made me think of that Even If song by Mercy Me.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I love that song. But
I haven't heard that in a while.
It's a good song.
I need to listen to that.
When it came out, it was like on repeat in my car.
I bet so.
I love that song so much.
You and your Honda Accord just praising Lord.
Oh man, I miss
with
my
your
Honda.
6 CD changer.
I didn't have CDs. I had the tape that went in that had the cord that I could plug into my phone.
My Honda had the 6 CD changer, and you hit the little button. You could hear it inside going.
Yeah. Well, mine had that, but it didn't work. There was like something broke. My God. Yeah, mine just didn't work. I could hit all the buttons and nothing would happen.
That's awesome. I used to burn
So I had to
CDs
use
and
the
put it
tape.
in mine. That little tape thing, though, whoever invented that, they came in
still,
they helped us get into the new era.
I don't understand it either. Because it's like plastic and there's the film or whatever it is. But
it's just got a cord going into it.
But what does the cord... I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, all right, I'm going to shove this tape in my car, and then there's a little cord hanging out the end of it, and it's just going to plug into my phone, and bam.
It's negative.
No, I will never get it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because it's not like the cord goes into something metal or like a device. Yeah. It's just plastic with a film on it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Real quick, are you done with that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good? Okay. 2 more things that I thought about.
Okay.
That we need to discuss real quick. Potato salad.
Oh my gosh! Here we go.
And having a 3-year-old.
Okay.
How does it feel to have a 3-year-old now, as a mother?
I mean, she's 3 in all her glory. She's 3.
She's growing up.
She's a little 3-nager, that's for sure.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
No.
People say that all the time.
Never have I heard that.
She is a 3-nager.
3-nager.
The sass is on another level.
Yes, it is.
I ain't ready.
She's growing so fast.
She is.
I was like holding her up and like dipping her down at the foot of the couch and stuff, playing with her. I was like, oh my gosh, like my arms are hurting.
Yeah, she's 34 pounds.
She's getting bigger now. She just used to be a little teeny thing, you know?
But even when she was teeny, like,
even when she was teeny, she wasn't, yeah. And then, so we have a 3-year-old now. And then, y'all, let me tell you, my wife makes the best potato salad that you have ever had. And it's so good. And we had a family reunion. Oh, we did. We went to a family reunion on your family, and I didn't know any of them.
Yes, you did.
Not really. I knew like maybe 3 people that wasn't your immediate family.
Okay.
But anyway, she wanted to make potato salad, and every time she
No. I didn't want to make it. My mama told me I had to make it.
Every time she wants to make potato salad, I think to myself, "Oh my gosh, that's so much work. Why? Do not do that. Just buy something and take it." But then, every time when she makes it, after she makes it, I feel so good because it is the bomb, y'all. And I peeled potatoes while she put together this big obnoxious lemonade stand at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't even want to talk about that lemonade stand. It makes me so mad.
And we had to unbox all of Joe's presents, and of course she's gonna want to open like everything, and she picked the wrong present to open. And I peeled potatoes and watched them and laughed.
If you're contemplating getting your child the Melissa and Doug lemonade stand, don't do it. It is like 6 feet tall.
Think twice.
And yeah, it comes with a carrying case so you can take it all apart and put it away. But you will spend hours putting it back together. So I don't know what we're going to do with it.
Might as well have a trailer hitch on it. That thing's so big.
Yeah, it's way bigger than I thought. And I didn't buy it. Her aunt bought it. So.
But anyway, back to potato salad. It was so good. And every time when she makes it, she gets it like almost done, and then she'll take like a fork or spoon and we'll taste it, and she'll be like, "What do you think it needs? Do you think it needs this?" And that is just like my favorite part when we get to like, because it's just like I feel like I get to assist you into like fine tuning the potato salad, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like my taste has been off for like a week now. Yeah, it has,
because you didn't care about my dip, and you think the potato salad's missing something, and it ain't, because it's bomb.
Yeah.
It's fire.
I just feel like all week it just hadn't, nothing's been good. Nothing's.
So if you guys haven't had a chance to try Haley's potato salad, it is banging.
Thanks. No pressure.
Anyway, that's all I have.
Okay.
I don't have any little things this week. I will have probably a few next week. Do you have anything else?
No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know this was a short episode, but we love you. If you want to contact us, reach out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or you can email us at totallyworthitpod@gmail.com. And once again, we love you, and we will see you next week in episode 24.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Bye, guys.
Bye.